I understand that esports is a dumb thing to write about, especially with all that's happened in my life, but I want to write about a happier memory. After following Deft for years, his move to KT was one that I supported. I still hold 17-18 KT as my favorite team. I guess background about KT is necessary. KT Roster is a telecom company in Korea that has a team in the LCK. In 2017, they put money into making a super team. That super team consisted of top laner Smeb, jungler Score, mid laner Pawn, support Mata, and my personal favorite player ADC Deft. KT has a long history of being the KT roller coaster, having amazing early games, then just throwing the entire game, or being so amazing it shocked the shoutcasters. Jumping to 2018 Spring Split, a fresh 17-year-old mid laner joined KT named UCal, along with the legendary NA jungler Rush. Sadly, our Lord Pawn was subbed out for UCal, who did well, having a 3-0 in Yasuo. It was still a roller coaster of a season, but UCal showed so much potential, a baby faker in the making. Kingzone won the Spring Split, and watching them win MSI was amazing as a long-term fan of Peanut. Trust me, Kingzone is important to this. Moving to Rift Rivals, KT was undefeated during the event, and that energy transferred to the normal season. Fast forward to the Hanwha Life game, the final game in the Spring Split. If KT won this, they won the normal split for the first time. And they did, even with normal game throwing, randomly subbing in Pawn and Rush, and the insane meta. They finally won. Now, the Golden Rookies, Griffin, were facing off against KT in the finals. Postseason is always best out of 5, while the normal season was best out of 3. The game was stressful and it was overwhelming seeing KT finally win after seasons of coming so close. UCal's promised to Score that he would win him a trophy after 12-year-old UCal saw how sad Score was being reverse swept. Fast forward to Worlds, KT are the favorites out of their group, and they made it, along with EDG. KT lost to IG in the first round out of groups. They were the only team that didn't get swept by the now world champions. The match was 5 games long. Everybody on KT was crushed. This affected the off-season. Smeb and Score were the only ones to remain on KT. The waiting game for KT's initial roster was the longest. SKT picked up Mata and KZ got both Pawn and Deft, and UCal went to Afrika Freaks. Peanut left KZ and went to Genji. All the teams I mentioned are the ones that I've been cheering for. But this off-season reminded me of loss. Why do I care so much? What's the point? I get to watch them play anyway. I've been into League since 3rd grade, and esports since 5th grade thanks to my brother's love for Wild Turtle. Ever since then, I've been invested, as I found players like Deft and Peanut. I cheer for every team that they go to, but I never really felt this much pain whenever they leave, and I realized that this isn't a happy memory. It's more reminiscing the times where I didn't used to hold esports as close to me after losing those around me. This memory is bittersweet, and it makes me think about Samsung Blue and Samsung White. KT 17 and 18, SKT 17, and Rux Tigers 16 have all taught me pain without loss.